Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Debbie Singleton, and I'm an independent stamp and demonstrator. I come to you live Monday evenings at 7 p.m. I hope everyone had a great weekend, especially since it was Mother's Day. So, happy late Mother's Day to all of you mothers. And I had a good weekend. I didn't do much. I had a infection on my eyelid, so I basically stayed home and did nothing, which was nice also in itself. But hopefully everyone had a great Mother's Day and enjoyed themselves. And then I got a text from my daughter, so that was nice. She said Happy Mother's Day, so I enjoyed that. Other than that, I didn't really do much of anything actually. Today I worked on a card for today. I didn't know any idea what I was going to do today. But, sometimes that's what I do. Just figure it out that day. So I came in my craft room this afternoon and I was deciding what I wanted to do. And so I looked in the catalog. Oh, and by the way, the catalog is live. It's been live since Monday, I believe it was. So it's so exciting. I buried it. All right. So this is the catalog. It is beautiful. We've only been able to show you the front, and it is just, it's like a magazine now. It's not very thick anymore. It's not a thick catalog, but it's like a little magazine. And it's actually very nicely put together. I'm actually kind of liking it. I'm getting used to getting in there and looking at it. It's set up very nice. It's set up so that kind of in the front are all the sweets that they have uh, put for us. So, like this is one of the sweets, and I've actually played with this one. I showed you parts of it. I believe it was my last live. Scalloped blooms. That was very nice, and I worked with that. But so it says in the corner, sweet collections, and they're all color coded. So like the sweet collections are kind of like a green color. So if you flip through this, and then the bundles also are green colors. And then it'll go to stamp sets, and that's yellow. And then it looks like DSP is kind of like a, oh, that's interesting. Kind of like a cantaloupe. They did the new in colors. And then kind of a green color is mix and match. And then tools and inks are kind of, again, more of a cantaloupe color, but it's a little bit different. So they've got it all kind of mixed in, all set up. So it's very nice. It's not very big. That's because they're doing 3 catalogs a year now. So this will go from May to August, and then they'll set up another catalog. But they also introduced online exclusives as well. Fantastic. Oh, I did print them, but I didn't put them. I put them away. So in this front part are these amazing sweets. I have not gotten this waterside retreat, and everybody's talking about it. So I think I'm gonna have to put it on my list to order because they have come up with some beautiful cards with this. This is another one of my favorite ones I have not got, and it's called Valley in Bloom. It's beautiful. And then Scenic Coast. Oh my gosh, they have been coming up with another gorgeous. This is beautiful. The things that they've come up with. Beautiful Ordinary Life. I like the paper. It's kind of fun. It's just, I think that'll go really nice with scrapbooking as well. Let's see. There's a couple more in here that I've just loved. See, this is they've done this coincides. This Extraordinary Life coincides with the other one. Velvet Meadow. Oh my gosh, I got this one and I played with it. I did a live with it last week, and I'm going to do another. I'm going to use the paper tonight with this one because I'm gonna have to order more paper because it's beautiful. Oh my goodness, I have not ordered this and I keep coming back to this one and I'm going to have to order it. It's called Moonlit Flora and it is just absolutely gorgeous. It's all ferns. It's just, I love the ferns and it just is, it's going to make some beautiful cards with it. And then we get into the bundles. So it's just, there's some really good bundles in here. And I keep coming back to some of the bundles that I haven't, I have to put in to get those as well. So yes, that is just so much fun. So I played with, I have purchased this bundle because I know so many of my friends and family love butterflies. So anything butterflies. So I purchased this bundle and it is a stamp and punch bundle. And then we don't have too many punches anymore. So when I saw this and it's a punch, and I thought this would be really fun. So these 3 butterflies you can punch out and it actually punches very nicely. It fits nice. Sometimes they're wonky and they're hard to do. This one is amazing. And then it says fluttering by to say hi, friend, you are so appreciated and thinking of you today. So these butterflies, when you stamp this one, it's just plain. So you can stamp it plain and then you stamp it a color and then you stamp this on top. You stamp this and then stamp it on top. So I kind of played with it. So I stamped this one and then I stamped this one in black and then stamped this one on top and gave it a color. So yeah, you can just do all kinds of different things with it. And then you punch them out and it's amazing. So that's what I did. And then I used our velvet paper, which is amazing. So this time I used this beautiful paper and I used Bubble Bath and I used, my goodness, why am I going blank? Berry Burst. But this paper it's got a raise to it. So this like little white in here, it's like velvet. When you touch it, it's velvety. It's so pretty. All right, so I got this card idea from, kind of cased it from her. So it's kind of an idea from her, and I kind of made it my own. And her name is Mary Derringer, and so I got kind of the idea, and then I kind of made it my own. So this is the card, and I just kind of added my own little. I didn't get embellishments because I hadn't gotten over there yet today. But anyways, so she had made it this flip card this way, and so I always open mine this way, but it does work to flip it up. So I did flip it up. Now, this piece right here is Bubble Bath, and she used, and hers that she used was blues, and I wanted to do the pink colors. And she did not use this paper or anything, so hers was completely different. So I just used the idea and then just kind of made it. So I used the Bubble Bath paper, and I used one of our new, I must have left it in there. We have a new, you won't be able to see it as well. What suite is it in? Let's look it up in the, sorry, I have not completely learned this new, all right, let's look up. It's called embossing folder. Look up embossing folder. What suite it goes with. Called the Floral Spray. It's beautiful, and in person it looks even better than it does on this page because this page doesn't even show it. Can't even tell. You can't even see it. Oh my gosh, it's got this floral design, so that's what I used. And you really can't see it on here, but I didn't want it to be plain. So I also, which I didn't do what I was going to do. Okay, oh, here we go. This piece you can tell. So this is what I did. It's amazing, but you can't really see it on here, but I didn't want it to be completely plain. I didn't care for, if you flip this side over, this is the one I'm going to use. If you flip this side over, I didn't like this side for it to be right there. There's nothing, I mean, this will be nice for a different card to use, but it's just basic beige, and I didn't just want a basic beige piece there. So I didn't want to just flip that over and it just be that. Because I felt this is too pretty to like flip it over and it just be basic beige. So I wanted to put a pink piece, and then it was too stark white. So because it was all white, so this layered white. So I might just stick back to the white, but what I did was to the edges of this white piece is I took my sponge and then I dipped it in the bubble bath and I sponged the edges of this pink. This was white and this was white. So I might go back to just white because and now it's too much pink. So I think I might go back to the white on this card. So I sponged this piece. This piece was white and I sponged it pink and I sponged this. So I might just sponge just this piece. So, I kind of sponged around and so I sponged this white piece. I sponged this piece. And so I ended up sponging all three of these pieces. These were white pieces, which there are layering pieces. So I just sponged all the edges of them and put them on there. And then on the inside, I sponged very little bit of this edge piece. Very, very little bit. But, it just made it just kind of different. So that's our card tonight. To make these, you just stamp the stamp. And then I just stamped it on there. And then punch them out. And it's really nice. So that's our card tonight. Oh, and one more thing. Let me just get that out here. So there's still, between now and the end of May, you join my team for Stamping Up, and you can either get the 5 new in colors. Tonight I'm not using any of the new in colors, but you get 5 of the new in color stamp sets with your starter kit, or you could get $35 worth of products with your starter kit. So you just let me know. You're going to join my team. Become Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. You don't have to do anything. You could just join be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and get the percentage off. Get your 20%. All right. So let's start with this card. And I started with the 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it at 5 1/2. So we'll just get that. And I just I have it somewhere around here. Oh. All right. And of course, for our envelope, I have a piece. So I'm using a different paper than I used on the first one. So in the pack of paper, this paper is in there as well. And I love all of the paper in that pack of velvet paper. It's beautiful. So it's just like I'm putting glue on the wrong piece. So I just picked another piece just to do something different. And this is why we are going to do it this way. Put glue on this piece. All right. And again, this white pieces here and here, this is all raised and it all feels like velvet. It's just beautiful. This is just gorgeous stuff. All right. let's do some stamping. Now I used the Stylish Shapes to get this piece right here. And I think I'm going to change it up, and I think that I'm going to stamp the sentiment. You can barely see it. You can see it, but you can barely see it fluttering by to say hi. So I think I'm going to change it, and I think I'm going to stamp it in Berry Burst this time, just so it'll stand out a little bit more. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to give this edge a straight edge so it will sit up against the straight edge of here. So I took my, and it doesn't have a straight edge. So what I did is I took my cutter and I put it in here. And I'm going to need almost all of this. So I just put it as far up to this little point as I can to make it a straight edge. Put it in my cutter and did a pretty good job of, and then there's that edge. It's pretty much gone. So I'm going to put my sentiment in there. And I said, fluttering by, say hi. All right. And I'm going to, it barely fits on here, so it's going to go up as close to the right-hand side so that it's on there, right? Yep. That looks pretty good. All right. And I didn't stamp on this. This is going to go on this. This will go on that. All right. So I did stamp in for the inside one. And what I did was I stamped this little guy here. So this is like the little curlicue. So it's like the butterflies little buzzing around. And so let me look at my inside piece here, what I did. I just did one little curlicue there, and I did one down here at the bottom. Okay. And for my inside piece, I colored them with our Stampin' Blends rather than stamp one and then stamp the other. So I'm just going to use our Stampin' Blends. And I used, all right, so I got these stuck. Sorry about that. All right. All righty. Here's my Memento Black. I'm not sure. I think this is the one I want. No, I think I want the other one. I don't remember which one I want. Yep, I want the other one. It's hard to tell which one you want. All right. They look a little darker, like they're colored in, and that's the one that if I stamped there, this would be to color it in. So it's this one that kind of looks see-through is the one that I want to color, like color on the body. So, all right. All right. What one do I want? All right. So since there's 3 on there and I only want we're going to I kind of did it easier before. So this is what I want. So I'm blocking off the sections I don't want to stamp. I don't want to get ink on. And then I'm going to put this up here. Yep, that's the one I want. Okay, I'm going to put that one down here. I'm going to do that again. We're going to ink off. All right. My other way worked better. I just put these on the all right. Oh my goodness. This worked last time. All right, we're going to put him up this way. There we go. Oh my gosh. Got him in there. Amy. All right. Way worked last time. Okay, and then I want that. And then I did that again down here. That looks horrible. That is not how I wanted that to happen. All right. Why did it not? Okay. It's paper. Let's turn it over. All right, so we're going to do 2 more little dots. 2 more little lines. Okay. One this way. And one this way. Okay. All right, and then all right, and then this little guy. Okay. Now let's do that again. This direction. I think that's what I did is I put this over this. And then I did these over this way. It's making it more difficult than it's supposed to be. There we go. Okay, now let's turn him up here. All right, so he is going to just peekaboo up here. Turn him. There we go. That's much better. Okay, and now we're going to do that again down here. There we go. Much better. All right, now we're going to do another one. Really like to get this big one in there. Let's see if I can do this one. All right, let's turn this. All right. Ah, it's getting stuck to everything. All right, let's put him like right in my corner here. Come on. Get him situated. There we go. Okay, now that we got that, oh goodness, that's quite the thing. First time I did it, it did not like, it was so much easier. It's supposed to be easier the second time. Okay, so then what I did was I took my dark bubble bath. This will take like 2 seconds. And I just colored it in. Like zoom, zoom, zoom. It was so much easier than lining it up, but that probably would have been no problem since it took me forever just to stamp the dang thing. But super easy to color it in too. I mean, this is like so easy. And then I colored this one. I colored this one. Right, and then I colored the other ones with my light berry burst because the dark would be so dark. Let's see, you'll see when I do the light berry burst, look how dark that is. But I didn't want it any darker. But they're such pretty colors together. And literally, this takes like 2 seconds to just do. So I knew it wouldn't be any big deal. So I am thinking that I might just leave the other pieces white behind and not color them in. And I think they'll be fine white. And I think I want to just leave them on this card white. Okay. That's our insides all done. Oh, I got to stamp the happy birthday. And I'm going to stamp that in our berry burst as well. Oh yeah, shows up better. Yeah. All right, happy birthday. And this happy birthday is from the scalloped blooms. That's one I used before. I loved that. I love the script on this. It's how scripty it is. Oh, I love how scripty that is. It just is so pretty. I think it goes very well with this. And this makes it beautiful. And it does show up much better. So, all right. So actually we can glue this inside because you're done with this crazy. It did turn out pretty. So, all right. That is really pretty. Oh my goodness. That shows up so much better. Oh, and that looks beautiful. Oh my goodness. It moved on me. I hate when it moves. Oh my goodness, look how pretty that looks. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we're gonna put our layers together on the front. So this goes on the white. My goodness, that looks. Our white piece is our normal size, 5 1/4 by 4. So that's gonna go on here like so. Let me make sure that's gonna fit. Make sure I cut it right. All right. Yeah. Okay. And so then this DSP piece. Oh my goodness, that looks so pretty. The DSP piece is 3 5/8, I believe. 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And it was an odd size that I don't normally do, so I had to double check. But and it's just giving it enough of a border all the way around. So yep, I'm going to keep it white. It certainly makes it pop. And I could have probably cut this DSP piece just a teensy bit more. I think I probably could have but I think it looks good. I'm going to set it down. Just kind of make sure that it's on there. Yes. Oh, this piece is so pretty. All right. Now I have to double check my, this is 2 7/8 by 4 3/8. And then this piece is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And I'm going to leave that white, and that's going to really pop that up really pretty. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it white. So now I am going to glue this on, but then I am going to use my dimensionals here in a minute. So yes, I haven't forgotten dimensionals. Actually, we're going to use quite a few dimensionals. But yes, so let's glue this piece on. Glue is getting low. Thinking I like these colors quite a bit. I like to open up my card and lay it flat. It makes it easier to work with. All right, now we're going to put this on. Let's try and get this all, have everything all uneven here. So let's try and get everything straight here and get this one straight as I can. Okay. Yeah, you moved on me. There we go. All right, now we're going to use dimensionals. So we are going to put this piece on with dimensionals. And they are on my desk here, buried. Now this piece I used, it's discontinued because I couldn't find what I wanted. So I used branching out dies. They're discontinued. But they're discontinued. So it's because I couldn't find what I wanted and I didn't have time to go digging. But I didn't want the round ones because we have some really pretty round ones, but I didn't want to go round. And so, yeah, it was just, yeah. So. I know you're thinking, where am I putting dimensionals, huh? Because you know I always use dimensionals. They're always there. So, yes. I didn't pop up this section because I popped this section, and all of the butterflies have dimensionals. So yes, I do dimensionals. All right, so now, okay, I don't need all these pieces now. I'm gonna not pop up this either because there's so many on here. But so now you know see why I wanted a straight edge is because I'm gonna put it all the way to the edge. So I am gonna glue that piece on. So this is, there is a really neat piece that would go here, but I don't have it, so I had to improvise. And like I said, I didn't want to use round, so I could have used, which is really pretty, and I did use the scalloped dies, but I didn't want to use the round dies. It probably would have been really pretty too, but everything was square, and I didn't really want to go with a round, sticking a round in there, so I didn't use the scalloped ones, so I did that one. I guess I probably could have used scalloped and seen how that looked. So, right, so now we're going to do our butterflies, and we are going to put dimensionals on our butterflies. And so we did 7 butterflies, and yeah, that's a lot. And I feel like I lost some of my butterflies. So we're going to give our butterflies a little bit of a curve as well, like we do our flowers. They have some curves to them. And I did on the big butterfly, I did put a big dimensional, but on all the little butterflies and medium butterflies, I did a small dimensional. So see, that one fits a big one. And then I think, oh, I guess that is a medium and it fit. Okay. So now it's going to go up here in the corner. This is the big one. I just curved it with my nail, but you can curve it with the bone folder, but I just did it. My nail worked, and that just get on there. But they just need to have some curve to them. And then I need a little one. Oh, I should have put that on. So what happens when I just not? I'm gonna have to put another one on there, a glue on there, because I took that off of there. this little one. And I have to make a whole nother one. All right, mini one. It's like you're building something. Kind of are, but it's kind of fun. You kind of build things. All right, now let's do in the middle. So what I did was I wanted some dark pink and some light pink. So what I did was I stamped the two stamp process. I stamped the black and then I stamped the bubble bath. And when I stamped the bubble bath, it stamped it really light. So I wanted it darker. And so what I did was I stamped the bubble bath and then I took my dark bubble bath Stampin' Blends and that's what I got was the darker one. So I was like, oh, that's kind of pretty. So I got the two different bubble bath colors. I was like, that was kind of fun. So yeah, I wanted the two different colors. I'm like, oh, okay, well that works. I think that's the one that's going to go down there. That one down there. Then I have all the, that's not right then because I'm missing one. Oh my goodness. I guess the pink, let's put the dark pink down there. Oh my goodness. I didn't see what I was doing and wanted to put, that one should have went down there and that one should have went up there, but oh well. All right. These are all small. I should have put a larger one. What happens when you try and talk and explain and try and do it? Sometimes I'm pretty good at it. And sometimes I'm not. All right. Thanks for hanging with me. I'm almost done, I promise. But that usually doesn't take me that long to fix that. But, hey. I guess they are kind of different sizes. All right, one more. And I will figure out what bling goes on here because you have to have bling on here. I just haven't figured it out yet, so I'll figure out what bling goes on here. I think the card turned out really pretty. So my sister's birthday is the 16th, which is the day after my anniversary. And I thought about her when I did this. So I think she will like this a lot. So this is, she loves butterflies. I love the inside of that. And that's what I was thinking about her when I did this card. So there's our cards. All right. So there's the one with the pink like on the outside, and there's the one with the white on it. Now this one, of course, is the different paper. So, I mean, that's different, but really, white makes it stand out. I was just thinking it was a little too stark for it, but it does make it stand out more. So I think I'm kind of liking the white better. It does make it pop a little bit more. So it's interesting to see me create. You like both? Okay. Yeah, I mean, they're different. They're both good, but they're, so yeah. Well, thanks for hanging with me and getting through that. I mean, it's, oh my goodness, it just makes it crazy when it doesn't want to go right I know what I want it to do and it's just not working to do it. So, that's what happens when you're creating, right? Well, you guys have a great rest of your night. And if you need anything, feel free to get a hold of me. I'm here. I'm in and out, but I am here. Just contact me. And I will see you next week. Have a great evening. And thank you again for joining me. Bye bye.